We are live. What is up, swimmers and swammers? Welcome to day 7 of the 2025 World Championships. They are streaming from Singapore. It is 6:46 a.m. Eastern for me here in Brooklyn, New York. I'm Coleman Hodges. We are going to be joined today by a few pretty cool guests. We've had a lot of great guests all week, including head college coaches, Olympians, world champions, Olympic coaches. And we're going to see a few more today, as well as SwimSwam CEO and gold medalist of his own, gold medal Mel Stewart. But I wanted to pop on a little early here just so I could give you a prelims recap for this day 7. After the conclusion of day 6, it was the first time that the U.S. had been on top of the medal table so far in this competition. So coming into this day 7 of prelims, we started with the women's 50 free this morning, or in Singapore, or last night if you're in the US. Pretty much went how you might expect. Meg Harris, top seed, 24-3. She's looked outstanding this meet. She split 51-7, I think, or 51-8 on Australia's winning 400 free relay. Mailu van Wijk of the Netherlands, 24-3 also. Sarah Curtis, Kasha Wasik, Cheng Yuji, Beryl Gastadello, Beryl Gastadello of France, Wu Qingfeng of China tied at 6th. Merritt Steenbergen, she just won the 100 free last night. Taylor Ruck, having a great meet. Florine Gaspard and Arina Surkova tied for 10th. Julie Jensen, Tori Husk, and Gretchen Walsh are 13th and 14th, 24-7s for both of them. Eva Okaro and Petra Senansky of Hungary is 16th. So it took a 24-89 to make the semifinals. It's going to be a loaded semi. You've got a lot of speed in this event, but pretty much everyone I wanted to see make the semifinal is in there. And so it should be a really good event tonight. Next up was the men's 50 back prelims. Clement Kolesnikov is your top seed at 24-0. He is the world record holder at 23-55. Next, you've got Peter Coetzee, the world champ in the 100 back and silver in the 200 back. Miroslav Kanedla, Ollie Morgan of Britain, Hubert Koch, Apostolos Christo, Pavel Simonko, Ulysses Saravia of Argentina. Good for him. 19 years old, 24-7. That's awesome. Quentin McCarty of the U.S. tied for 10th with Adrian Santos of Spain and Finn Harland of New Zealand. They all went 24-76. Isaac Cooper is in there of Australia. Xavier Mashuk tied for 15th with Christian Baciccio of Italy. They're at 24-89. That's kind of funny. It took the same time to make the 50 free semifinal for women as it did the 50 back semifinal for men, down to the 100th. Huh. Who would have thought? Has that happened before? I don't know. That's kind of crazy to me. Maybe I'm just haven't slept enough this week and things are starting to look weird. Unfortunately, Shane Casas is out of that semifinal. He tied for 20th with Brazil's Guilherme Bissetto. They were 24-97, so missed it by 8 100ths. That's his second day. That's the second day in a row that Shane Casas has missed a semifinal after missing the 100 fly semi yesterday, which is pretty unfortunate because he just popped a 154.30 to become the third fastest American of all time and fourth fastest performer of all time, and to win a silver medal behind Leon Marchand. So it seemed like he was really on, and then to miss 2 semis like that is a pretty big bummer. Women's 50 breast. Again, I don't think. Well, maybe there's a few surprises here. Ruta Malutite is your top seed, 29-8. She's the only one to dip under 30 in prelims. And Ellie Jefimova, Tang Qianting, Anna Ellent, the world champ in the 100 breast. Let's see. Anita Battazo's in there. Benedetta Pilato is in there. Lily King is in there. 30.59. Love to see that. Anastasia Gorbenko. Let's see. Moving down the list, Sophie Hansen of Sweden is in there, and Sienna Tuhi is 16th at 30.76. That's what it took to make the semis. US's Mackenzie Soroki tied for 17th at 30.80. So 4/100ths out of making the semis. Also of note, Mona McSherry, the Olympic bronze medalist in the 100, was 25th at 31.2. Evgenia Chekhanova was 31.3. Kayleen Corbett of South Africa, who medaled in the 200 breast, was 31.4. So they are all out of the 50 breast semifinals. And then the prelims of the mixed 4x1 freestyle relay. We had the U.S. is the top seed by almost 3 seconds. Good to see. Good to see. They had Chris Giuliano led off in 47.6. Johnny Kulo was 47.6. Simone Manuel was 52.6. And Kate Douglas was 53.4. So I think someone told them, do not hold back. You need to go all out. We cannot miss the final of this relay. And they did. They did. They certainly did. The U.S. made sure that they were not missing this final. But another team did miss this final as Australia finished 11th. They had Kai Taylor, Maximilian Giuliani, Hannah Case, and Mila Jensen. 48.3 leadoff for Kai, 49.0 for Giuliani, 54.2 for Casey, and Mila Jensen 53.5. So they actually they were 11th, but they were only 0.2 away from 8th. So it was a really tight, very tightly bunched field. Let's see. 6th was 324.8. 7th was 324.8. 8th, Canada, was 324.9. Hungary, 10th, was 324.9. Sorry, 9th. 9th was 324.9. 10th, 325.1. 11th, 325.1. 12th, Great Britain, 325.2. So there were 7 teams that were all within 0.4. That's really crazy, kind of staggering almost. But yeah, so that was really close. Australia is out, which is certainly a bummer for them, as is China. Wow. So 2 teams that I really would have expected to have strong medal potential in that mixed 4x1 are both out. I guess it just goes to show you have to bring it in prelims. These gone are the days where you can, I guess, mess around in prelims and let off the gas, because that is surprising, and we've obviously already seen the U.S. miss the relay final in the mixed 4x1 medley earlier in the meet. Someone saying world record watch for this mixed 4x1 free relay tonight. I think that's certainly fair to say. That's Australia's world record at 318.83. Again, US this morning was 321.48. And then finally, the men's 1500 free prelims happened. So we'll see the final tomorrow night. Florian Wellbrock is your top seed, Mr. Open Water himself, the guy who swept the open water events, 4 golds in open water. Next, Ahmed, he was 1444.8, so solid prelims outing. Ahmed Jaoudi, the 800 champion, is second. Kuzi Tunselli of Turkey, the rising distance star, third. Sven Schwartz, fourth, the European record holder in the 800 free. Bobby Fink is fifth. Sam Short, after pulling out of the 800, is sixth. So hopefully looks like he's feeling a little bit better. 1446 for Sam Short. Zalan Sarkani of Hungary, NCAA champion in the mile, is seventh. And Damien Joly of France is 8th heading into that final tomorrow. Oh, we've got our first guest, Mr. Dave Durden. Hello, Dave.
Good morning, Coleman, brother of Wyatt. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
How are you doing? Mel's supposed to be on here. I think he's sleeping in this morning.
You can't do it all the time, can you? It's hard. It's hard getting up.
It's hard. I mean, speaking of which, we've seen you on so many world's teams, Olympic teams. But this summer, you're at home. You're joining SwimSwam's live stream. Can you tell me a little bit about how your summer has been, and the importance of not doing it all the time
Well,
in that sense?
Coleman, we are in I world champs going on, super important, but we're in the midst of a very important meet going on right now, the OMPA championships in Moraga, California. It's a huge, the Orinda Moraga Pool Association Summer League Championships going into day 2. I thought I was joining that live stream. I didn't know this was the World Championship live stream. I thought we were about to break down the 6 and under boys 25-yard freestyle. So, but no, we can talk about World Championships. Great, No, it's just trying to cycle through and find the right balance of having a time with family in the summer, and then also a time with Team USA in the summer. And so this was kind of a family time summer, and it's been good.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. Hi, Izzy.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing great. We're just logging on. What Dave? Do you even know what the OMPA stands for?
Yes,
in OMPA
the
championship?
Orinda Moraga Pool Association.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It
So
is the World Championships of Summer League going on right now.
Wow.
A bunch of sugared up kids running around the last 2 days of their summer league swimming for the year.
now, do you have children competing in this meet?
I do, yes. So last night was our 100 freestyle, 100 IM. So Jack Durden raced the 100 freestyle.
Okay.
53.8 in the 100 free, not bad. And then Mia swam the 100 IM. Had a good swim, finished 15th. They scored a top 20 here, so we were doing the ups and downs, and 15th is a good scoring swim. So today is a proper prelim finals, prelims of the of freestyle events and the breaststroke events, and then a relay tonight. So it should be fun stuff.
That's fun.
Awesome. Yeah. Wow. So what I'm hearing is that we should be live streaming that meet.
You should.
The World Championships of Summer League.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Hey, prelim finals is a pretty big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. How old are you kids?
15, 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And this is both their second sport. So this is not like a primary thing for them to do in the summer, but it is a great thing about swimming. It's a great thing about our sport. Especially as you're growing up in a community, it does tie the community together. You can be on a team with men and women. You can be on a team with a 6-year-old and an 18-year-old. And so I think that the youngest swimmer that we have racing at this meet is a 3-year-old. So can hop in and make it across the pool. So and then of course the oldest one that we have racing is an 18-year-old. So it's fun. It's this is a group that's kind of been growing up swimming together, and it's fun to see that and have that celebrated in a championship meet format.
No kidding. I mean, I'm from Missouri. We're not indoctrinated in the sport of swimming as a state, but I didn't even do Wyatt and I didn't even ever do summer league. But I think there was a lot of it was looked down upon if you did summer league past a certain age in your teenage years.
Sure.
And I love seeing that not happen. It's like keep doing summer swimming, because that's the funnest, purest way to do swimming, I think, for a lot of people. And why not do the funnest part about it?
Sure.
I think that's awesome. So that's I love hearing that.
Sure. No, it's great. It's just, as I said, it's doing it for the fun piece of this. And I mean, for some of these kids, it's their second sport, third sport even, but they come back and they kind of, tie it back into something that they've done, their entire life. So it's, as I said, it's really fun to see. It's fun to see these kids grow up from swimming together from the time they were 6 years old to, now my son is 16. So it's really cool to see.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Izzy, did you do summer league?
No, it wasn't really a thing. I wish I did, though. I hear like so many fun stories, especially like, sorry, I'm a little sick, so my voice is not the best, but I always heard how fun it was, and it was just never something that I was around, but I'm definitely jealous. It sounds so fun.
It really did. Yeah, I'm jealous too. I had friends who did it, and I was like, "What? why didn't I get on this bus?
Yeah.
Why?" But c'est la vie, Izzy.
Yes.
So you were in Berlin for WUGs,
Mhm.
and then you did traveling after that.
Yes.
In Europe.
Yeah, I went to Paris, which was so fun with my parents. So that was really cool. But
nice.
WUGs was amazing. I had so much fun there. Yeah, it was really great. It was a fun meet, and there was a lot of fast swimming, which was really inspiring. Hey, Clark.
Yeah. And now we've got Clark Burkle.
Morning. Good morning. How we
What's
doing?
up, Clark? Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Excited to be here.
Are you coming to us from Louisville?
Yes,
Is that right?
In Louisville. Wynn just woke up, our little daughter. So Mal's getting her a quick feed, so she might come by and say hi, and then Flash, our dog, just from the bathroom. So we're ready to rock. Set up in the kitchen.
Everyone's up. That's great. That's awesome.
So is everybody East Coast time? Wait, you're Central. Are you West Coast right now?
I am.
Have you just been up all night?
It's, just getting up at 3. It's fine. It's all good.
Oh boy.
That's intense. But we had a couple of West Coasters on. Lenny joined us yesterday. Erica Sullivan is now in LA. She joined us yesterday. So we have some swimmers making the 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. wake up call.
It's impressive.
It really is.
We're used to it. We're the training.
Seriously.
It goes away quickly, though. I won't lie.
Erica Sullivan told me yesterday that Becca Mann convinced her to do a 7K workout the other day.
Oh my gosh.
And I just don't know why you would do that in retirement. Okay, I'm sorry. Women's 50 fly is on the blocks for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They just dove in. I mean, I'm guessing. Well, I was about to say I'm guessing Gretchen's going to dominate this. I don't. That underwater wasn't quite as dominant, but she's pulling ahead of the field now a little bit. I'm seeing a Gretchen win. So that's handily a gold for USA. 24.83, 25.3 for Perkins, Australia second, and Belgium, Reese van Ouderdijk gets her second medal of the event of the World Championships. She gets a bronze in the 50 fly. Wow, 24.8. Can anyone on this stream imagine going that fast? I don't know. Izzy, do you ever swim the 50 fly?
No, I wish I could. I don't know how people don't breathe during it. And I feel like I need the breath to have my rhythm, but then I feel like my breath slows me down. So freestyle, that's a realistic time for me, but not butterfly.
Neither for me at the moment. Not even close.
That's that's some serious speed. Dave, I mean, you had a 50 flyer make the world championship team
Correct.
in Dare. If you're training for a 50 fly, if you're looking at someone racing a 50 fly, what are you focusing on as a coach?
Yeah. I mean, it's tough because Dare, that's really not a primary event for him. I'm sorry. I'm moving to a bigger screen so I can watch this next one. But for Dare, it's just breaking down what he did at World Championships into a couple segments and trying to really. And Dare's been working on a little different stroke for the 50, and having the tempo be up just a little bit higher, and trying to work through his breakout strokes, his first 2 to 3 strokes, and then everything else just kind of flows into a normal fly for him. So you're just, for him, it's probably different for Gretchen. It's probably different for every flyer out there. For Dare, we were just working on a faster tempo and his first 20 meters being better, and then everything else we're just ready to rock and roll through it. So I mean, it just is different for different folks as we kind of work through things.
Yeah, that fair enough. That's Are you trying to get to a no breath situation, or is he breathing?
100%. Yeah, I mean, I think that for all the 50s, even as you think about breaststroke and backstroke, just taking breathing out of the equation, so you're not thinking about that in your subconscious. You're not trying to breathe. You're just more focused in on your stroke, and so even though breaststroke, you're coming up and getting that breath, just maybe not even thinking about breathing on those strokes is something that we'll play around with for our 50 folks, especially in a yard scenario, but also as 50s stroke are coming into the Olympic schedule, thinking about that in a long course setup.
That's exciting to hear. So I got a question on that. So are you guys like literally practicing, like the head comes up and you're not breathing at all? Like, you have like your best 50 breaststroke guy or gal on like the 200 medley relay in yards, when you've had some guys going like 22 lows. So they're just not breathing.
Yeah. Play around with that backstroke the same way. Don't breathe. Just holding your breath as you're racing that
crazy
backstroke.
I've never heard that before. So I used to I
kind of love that, actually. I'm gonna try it.
I have seen a swimmer who would like almost not come up on breaststroke. But yeah, she wouldn't breathe for parts of her breaststroke, or she would do like every other one. It was a little odd, but again, it worked for her in her rhythm, I guess.
So do you, when they don't breathe though, do you teach them to like have their mouth closed or just relaxed open, but not actually physically breathing?
Correct. I mean, their mouth is open, but they're just not thinking about that. They're not trying to work on the inhale or anything.
Gotcha.
They're just going.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. I didn't realize Jack Alexi had such a basketball history, but NBC has schooled us.
Well, his mom is the real athlete. Don't like her mom. Jack's mom is the one that's the basketball stud for sure.
Okay.
So have you seen Jack shoot a basketball though?
What's that?
Have you seen Jack shoot a basketball? Can he shoot?
No comment on that.
That's he can definitely dunk. I mean, there's
probably like reach the rim standing.
Yeah, there's no way he can, is. We've been talking about this all week. Dave, is Jack 6'8"?
There's a media guy at 6'8".
Yeah, I'm gonna say no comment on that. He's tall, man. Anytime I have to look up at him and it strains my neck, he's up there.
Yeah,
he's in that 6'8" for sure.
I mean, I'm like he's like Nathan height, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
God, I feel like I'm so far behind on my broadcast, is killing me. Who's walking out on your screen right now?
Are you ready? I've got Leonardo Deplano in lane 2 walking out right now.
I
got Ben Proud. I'm bringing up my computer.
Okay.
I'm on Peacock on my TV.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm with.
Yeah, I've got Peacock too. It might just be literally the broadcast stream hits places differently.
Yeah.
But I was pissed. Mel was ahead of me the other day, and he's in Austin, so I don't know.
It's better,
I'm in New
tech
York,
in Austin.
so
Oh wait, I mean, it should be pretty
I
good.
guess so. Guess so, but I'm looking at Jack right now.
Oh,
He
yeah.
looks confident. He looks calm. He looks tall.
It's looking fit. So on this no breathing topic, so this guy Andre, he trained like during COVID. He trained at Blair at our pool because he was with U of L, and he would breathe every stroke when he'd swim the 50, and so he's only recently started not breathing, but he's training himself. I'm pretty certain just on his own with like an ex U of L swimmer at that pool still, like kind of like a rec center approach, but very talented. Very explosive.
Yeah, I mean, he's set the Serbian record, I believe, 4 times this year.
Yeah.
And he's gotten down to 21.4.
Yeah.
Which is what he went in prelims. I don't know what he went in semis, something around there, 21.4, 21.5.
But he's just like kind of, I think he's got a job, and you know, I know this through Mal, and he's just sort of training himself, but like he's tried this no breath approach. I mean, on the topic of no breathing, I know nothing about sprinting, so find it all very fascinating. But let's go, Jack.
Okay. So I'm just looking at Jack's parents right now. That's all their NBC. So we've got a lot of speed in this heat. I'm excited that Cam McAvoy and Jack Alexi are right next to each other. We'll see how this goes. They're off the blocks for me.
Not quite there yet, but keep talking.
Okay, Dave, where are you at in the stream? Are they still behind the blocks?
Yeah, keep talking. I'll don't worry. Just let me know.
I don't want to spoil anything, but
no.
I mean, no, it's good. You've got
it's good.
Okay.
Right, Jack, pretty good off the block there. Come on, get up. He just closes so hard. I've noticed it's insane.
Wow. Okay. So Cam McAvoy,
he's going
21.14.
Wow.
Been Proud 21.2 and Jack Alexi third. So he gets on the podium at 21.4.
21.14. Wow.
But Cam McAvoy and Ben Proud showed their prowess in this event, and Jack Alexi certainly did as well by getting on that podium in a very crowded field. Okay. So another medal for Team USA. I like that. Clark or Izzy, have you guys ever dealt with illness in a major championships like this?
I personally have not, but in WUGs there was a lot of illness going on, and I think that's what I have now. There was COVID was going around, and I got it for the first time.
Not funny.
I made it this long without getting COVID, and I tested positive yesterday.
It's a pretty good streak.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No kidding.
But no, I've never been ill at a meet, but this has been pretty crazy to see just like how it's hitting and when and people just falling out.
No kidding. I mean, and we've seen people go a full circle. Sam Short won a silver in the 400 free. He pulled out of the 800 free, and then this morning he just swam the mile prelims. And so it's like, and I think Nicola Martinenghi kind of did a similar thing of like he swam the 100 breast. Anyway, it doesn't. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy to watch the reports of people getting sick, people pulling out, people coming back in. Yeah. Clark, did you ever have anything like this happen?
Not internationally, but we had back at 2010 NCAAs, we got 3 of the teams got north.
Right.
Yeah, it was a pretty gnarly setup. And like they had to postpone NCAAs, I think a day.
Right.
If you were there, I think you remember this. I mean, it was a disaster. Like we were in the hospital. I remember we were at like a team dinner at Buca di Beppo, and like, which was terrible to begin with. And we got back and like we just started going down. Like I think 9 guys on Arizona's team, and then we all ended up in like this little hospital ward. And I think I lost like 8 or 9 pounds, and then had the 200 IM the first day, and like I think my freestyle split was probably like a 27 or something. And I was just totally drained, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a rough meet." But then by the 3rd day, I like felt a lot better. But it was interesting. I mean, you just no energy. But it helped me get in my suit a little bit better, which was always a problem. So that was a good thing.
That's yeah. I mean, because that was like multiple teams,
Yeah,
right?
it was
It's like Texas,
Stanford, Texas, and us. I think we had 9. I think Texas had like 2 or 3 maybe, and Stanford had 4.
Mm-hmm.
But it was tough because a few of our guys, like our better guys, they had a big first day because it was, I think back then it was what, like the 500, the 50. I mean, it's changed a little bit, but our 50 guy had to swim Jordan Smith like 5 times that day, and he just was, he was so big, it was tough for him to have any type of like nutritional issues, lose any volume. It just kind of depleted him. So that was tough, but I mean, it was pretty wild.
Yeah. That no, that sounds like a crazy situation, especially for them to have to delay the beat.
Yeah, I mean, like the CDC came into the pool. It was like a bizarre. The coaches had a meeting. I don't know. It wasn't ideal for anybody. It was like we felt kind of bad for all the guys that were just sitting there waiting. And I mean, we were lucky that they postponed it for our sake, but it was bizarre.
Dave,
had you ever seen anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, 2010 is a good memory. And that was being on the outside, looking in on that. It didn't affect our team. I mean, but we had a string illness in 2015, kind of at NC2As, leading into NC2As, and it's tough. I mean, you have guys that just are gutting it out, but it definitely affects the team chemistry of it, where you look at athletes that, okay, listen, they should be doing this, and you can see it physically on them, where it's just they're doing everything they can to have their best performance to make it back, and it's tough to get into any sort of momentum. And then it's the idea too. It's like where you're protective and you're very anxious about trying not to get sick, or trying to stay healthy. And so you're trying to tiptoe around the team dynamic in a way where it's like you're not. That's always in the back of your mind. It's like I don't want to get sick.
Yeah. That was an interesting part. I remember like getting back into one of the bands, and like you don't know how people deal with it, mentally with sickness. And I remember like sitting down next to somebody, and they're like kind of moved. And I was like, I'm better now, but then I thought to myself, like, they really don't want to get sick, but this is this weird dynamic, and it's like, we're on the same team, but like, I get it. And then you're kind of, it's just an odd setup.
Yeah. And then you think like, whether it's a stomach issue or, a cold, it's like, man, I feel like I have a little scratch in my throat. Am I getting sick? It's just like you start to get hyper aware of every little thing that's going on in your body. So it's tough. I mean, you lose a lot of comfort in just kind of, waking up and going through your daily routine with that.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of hovering in the back of your mind.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't imagine going through food poisoning or like an illness or a virus where you're puking or you're like physically sick is hard enough at home, like in the United States, but doing that in Thailand or Singapore or this like, a foreign place where everything else is, as Dave said, like there's so much comfort has already been taken away.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really intense situation. I was really excited to see that our national team director, Greg Meehan, came on NBC and spoke to the media and just delivered a message of, hey, we're getting through this. The U.S. is doing well. The team is having fun. we were kind of talking about maybe that's a little tactical too, to show everyone else like, yeah, we're unfazed. We're still Team USA, but I feel like in the past we might not have heard any messaging from inside, and it made me really happy that Greg just came on and said and delivered a message and said, we're Team USA, we're pulling through. So far, so good. I'm looking at the women's tuner back final. Where we've got a pretty loaded heat. We've got the current world record holder, the previous world record holder, the NCAA record holder, all lining up. Whoa. And Reagan looks serious. I mean, I think this is the best female rivalry in modern swimming. Maybe, certainly in this, maybe even in this century. I think every time Reagan and Kaylee get in the water, they're both world record holders, world champions, Olympic champions. It's like must-see TV.
What's like the inside baseball in the relationship, though?
I mean, I think they're cool. Kaylee is one of the most down-to-earth people I think I've ever interviewed. And Reagan has become, I think, one of the most honest. Like, she'll tell you where she's at. She'll tell you how she's feeling. She is very reflective, I think. And so, they both publicly praise each other a lot and say, like, they bring out the best in me. Wow, I did not realize that they are across the pool from each other.
Kaylee's going out.
Yeah, so they're both out. Reagan is slightly ahead at this point, but Reagan's in lane 2 and Kaylee's in lane 6. So they've got I'm doubting.
How far in are you right now?
I'm about at 80 meters.
Okay, I'm at like 60.
Okay. So yeah, they just flipped at the 100.
Would they roll?
And Reagan looks good. 00 low, I think. Reagan's under world record pace.
Oh boy.
Wow, but from this angle, it looks like Claire, as well as Kaylee, are making moves. But again, you see another angle, and it's totally different. I feel like they should have done this enough to where the camera angles shouldn't be a factor.
You would think.
You would think. So Reagan is still ahead at the 150, but Kaylee definitely.
I mean, Claire's pretty tight.
Some ground.
Where I'm at too.
Yeah, no, I think they're gonna switch the camera angle, and
it's not gonna look like. Yeah. Kaylee big third 50.
Yeah, so Kaylee is running away with this now.
Yeah,
and Reagan gets in there for second, and Claire gets in there for third.
Kaylee's going off.
Dude, I just don't. Her consistency is kind of bonkers to me.
Yeah.
I like the fact that she can swim fast in season, swim fast at championship meets. She looks like she's in a fair amount of discomfort after this race, which, to be fair, in a tuner back, it's understandable. Reagan looks happy with that silver. She was 204. Kaylee 203.33 championship record, 2/10 off her world record. She looks gassed. We were talking about this earlier.
Like she's gonna throw up. Oh boy.
Do you guys nose breathe after semifinals? Is this like a tactical thing that swimmers do? Izzy, you're smiling.
Yeah, to try to like look like you didn't try. You're like nose breathing. Yeah, I've never done it, but sometimes I question when people do it. I'm like, okay, come on. Like, I know that hurt. Like, you can breathe. Okay.
But this is very much a strategic maneuver of looking like you're not as tired as you are.
I think so. I
This
mean,
is-
if I was that dominant and I could do that, like, yeah, I would want to make it look like it didn't hurt as much as possible.
Dave, is this something you coach? Have I missed the ball on this one?
No. Do not coach that. No, it's just like everyone is just trying to show everyone else, like, externally, this is how hard or how easy it was. So it's, and swimmers are such like people. It's almost trying to convince themselves like it wasn't that hard. It's like, oh, I got more in the tank on that. So it's, I don't know. It's the game you play with others, but it's also the internal game that you're playing with yourself a little bit, which is totally understandable, and you totally get that. But it's not a coach thing. I can tell you that.
You don't see a swimmer after a final swim and you're like, you look too tired.
Yeah.
You're breathing too hard. Stop it.
No, we don't come at the end of a set and it's like, that shouldn't have been that hard.
Yeah. Start nose breathing now.
No, yeah, okay. I understand. At Cal, you just don't breathe.
Yeah, that's right. You don't breathe in anything. You don't breathe in 50s. You don't breathe in 100s. No, exactly.
Fair enough.
W.
Yeah.
Coleman, I'm going to let you go. I got to get ready to write up workout and catch the end of this meet and
for the real world championships. I understand.
I got to get this all done before OMPA gets underway here at 9 a.m. in California. So,
all right.
You got a busy day at the pool, right? So not just with the kids I coach, but the kids that are of my own. So,
well, thank you so much for popping on, Dave. It's always great seeing you.
Good seeing you, Clark. Good seeing you.
You too.
Yeah. Take care. Bye.
You too.
See ya. So now we're hearing from Reagan. My sound's off, but she looks pretty pleased with this. I mean, Reagan took I forgot to look. Claire got third, right? Claire got third.
Yeah.
Okay. Reagan she didn't take 6 months off, but she took 6 months, I think, mentally kind of off this off season. And so I know, like, in the 200 fly, she was like, if I can be 204, that's going to be really good for me. And she went 204.99. And I think this is her
in there.
fourth silver this meet, which is super impressive. I don't think she's ever swam 4 individual events at a world championships. So just to do that is pretty great. Wow. Izzy, I'm curious, how many times did you swim at WUGs? You were in the pool quite a lot last week.
Yeah, I definitely swam a lot more than originally planned. I think I had a total of 6 100 freestyles on relays.
Oof.
Maybe, yeah, including prelim. I was on a couple prelim, and then 4 200 freestyles, a relay, prelim, semifinal. So a lot. A lot. And it was definitely something like I've never had the opportunity to experience. It was kind of funny. One of the Louisville girls who were so sweet, we were on a lot of relays together, and she was like, oh my gosh, we were never in college together. I was like, yeah, I'm a little old. And then I was also the only one who's ever experienced prelim relays at NC2As.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was
like, okay,
Crazy.
We got this. Like,
yeah.
It's coming back to me. I remember, like, so it was interesting to talk to them about that and how happy they are that that's no longer a thing. But I miss it. I wish it was still a thing, personally.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I know everyone makes the argument like, oh, but it more fast swimming. But I like the strategy side of it, of like, some team might not they like might just think they have it and then miss the final, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I that part of it was always so interesting to see, like the different approaches to the prelim relays.
I mean, it does add an interesting element. I just remember when we were at Florida, I mean, we didn't have, like, at the time, a ton of sprinters. So, like, I had to do that 200 medley relay right before the 400 IM, and I remember swimming the breaststroke leg and, like, getting out and standing behind the blocks and do prelims 400 IM, and it's like, okay, this is it, you know? And Greg being like, just don't think about it. And I'm like, try not to.
Just don't breathe.
No, breathe after that.
I'm like, I'm breathing as much as possible. Like, you think Lily is breathing right now. Whoa, who's that?
Yeah.
What going on?
Okay, again, I think the camera angle on that was super weird, but whatever. So we just saw the first semifinal of the women's 50 breast. It looked like Benedetta Pilato of Italy got her hand on the wall first, but Lily King in there for second, which is a great result for her.
So it's like I don't think they had a roll cam early in the meet, like a rail cam, right? But it was so low, it was like hard to see. And now they've just got this like corner end zone cam. You can't get any depth on it.
Right. Yeah. It's like the angle is like so wrong.
Yeah.
It's again, you'd think they had this figured out by now, but whatever. But yeah, so Lily King, this is her last major international meet. She's going to be retiring after this. She got 9th in the 100 breast semis, and so that was a really good swim for her, and I think she should be safely in at second place in that women's 50 breast. Honestly, I don't even know how she got second. It did not look like it. But there's her coach, Ray Luz. I'm seeing him on the broadcast right now. He looks happy. She looks happy. That's a good race for her.
So I've got a question. So when you're doing 6 100 frees and 4 200 frees, like, are you going all out every single time? And how do you recover? Like, how many? Because like the 100 free and the 200 free just like destroy your legs. Like, I was always terrified of doing them because I'm like, my legs will just be toast for the rest of the meet and I won't be able to do a breaststroke kick. So how many cold tubs, how many Normatec sessions, how many shake hands? Like,
oh my gosh. Well, the cold tub situation was like definitely not ideal. There was 2 and it was like, they were like really tall. So you like stood in them basically. And it was one person at a time. So I'm usually a big cold tank person and I didn't get to do it once because the line would be like out the room that it was in.
Oh my God.
It's terrible. Like, they didn't bring more inflatable tubs or anything. I mean, I feel like it's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, I had my own Normatec that I brought, which was definitely helpful. And then we also had a massage team that rocked. They were all really nice. But I'm definitely big on warm down. I do like anywhere between like 16 to 2K after each race warm down. So I was definitely in the warm down pool a long time. But I guess for me, like, especially that first day, I was on the prelim of the women's 4x1. So I wanted to earn my spot on that night relay. So I was going every 100 I did. It was a pretty honest effort. And then I think like, obviously the 200 relay was first. The 4x2 relay was the night before. The 200 free started, the first event, which I didn't love that decision to have the relay last and then the 2 free like the first day, the next day.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of stinky, but I guess we were all kind of in the same spot. I like talked to Annie Laser King with us for UF, and I was just talking to her like, hey, I'm just gonna like win my heat this morning and we'll see. Like, I was like, if I'm ahead by a good amount, I'll shut it down. And then like the semi, I luckily like just did enough I went in 8th to the final. So, and then I had the relay that night too. So that was just a lot of managing, but we did it. And it was a really fun and awesome experience that first senior level meet for me, which was, I'm really grateful that I got to do that. So.
And then, Did you ever split a 54? You were just throwing down 53s like it was your job.
Yeah, my best time individually is 54.6, and I think I was pretty consistently 53.7s on the relays, which I've never been under. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like, I was just like thrilled. I think after that first race, it felt really good. And I remember like Annie, because the way the pool was, it's kind of confusing. Like, the warm down pool was on a different floor than the competition pool. So you would have to like, it was the layout was very unique. I've never been to a pool like that. But so she was like texting me my split like after, and I was like, oh my gosh, I went 53. Like, oh, that's so cool. So I kind of knew I would be on the night relay, and then yeah, I was very impressed with my consistency in those. The last day was not very good. I was pretty tired. I think I went like 54 low maybe, but it wasn't ideal. But hey, I was only on the prelim. I did my job to get them in the finals.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, we've got semi number 2 for the women's 50 breast. Dude, Ruta is flying. But we've also got another Florida Gator. Anita Battazzo of Italy.
She's been crushing it.
Holy crap, 29.54 for Ruta.
Yeah.
Still at it.
Dude, she is doing it.
Yeah, talk about consistency.
Yeah. I mean, she's had quite the renaissance for her career, which is
it's crazy.
Yeah, she's really been crushing it. Let's see, we got results. We do. So yeah, Ruta's obviously top seed. She's 29.5. The next fastest swimmer is 30.0. But Lily King is in there for 4th. Oh, Anita Battazzo, the Florida Gator, she's 7th at 30.31. It took a 30.3 to make it. So Anna Ellen, who won the 100 at this meet, was 30.40, and she is 9th.
Wow.
So just looking out. Vera Kivarinta of Finland is 8th. Vera Kivarinta. Kivarinta. Never heard of her. But she's 30? No.
Tempo.
Really? 30-year-old making the final. Oh, look who it is. We got gold medal Mel Stewart.
Good morning.
He's sleeping. He's sleeping.
Hey, buddy.
I was awake. I was just 20 seconds ago.
I texted Mel just to make sure he was alive.
I'm so embarrassed.
Pulse check.
What did I miss? I missed everything, didn't I?
You missed Dave Durden.
We've been holding down the fort for you, man.
But yeah.
Oh man. Wow. Swims. What swims do we miss?
Let's see.
53.
5.
But honestly, I've got to jump. But I'm happy I got to see you, Mel. Say hello.
What's up, buddy? You're kicking butt. You're kicking butt. You are. You can end up being a billionaire.
No.
I know. I'll come take your trash out for $250,000 a year. It's nothing for you. I could just entertain you.
No, let me tell you something. You know this. Bootstrapping's a slow game.
Be like old man Mel in a Speedo. Here's taking his trash out. Who's that guy? He's a guy.
I wouldn't mind that. I think the neighborhood would love it.
How's your family? How's your mom? How's your dad?
They're good. Family's good. My brother's coming in town next week. Caroline's doing well. I'm still out in California. And then obviously we've got an 8-week-old and she's upstairs playing with Mal. And so I'm going to go join them for a little bit before Mal's going to go work out and we switch off duties for a sec. So
good.
We're making it happen.
All right. Beautiful family. Yeah. Beautiful wife.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Please send Mallory our regards.
I will for sure. I will. Thank you all. It was good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy.
Thanks for hopping on, Clark.
Yeah, of course.
See you, bud.
Bye.
So Mel, what did you miss? Yeah, men's 50 free, women's 50 fly. Gretchen got a gold for Team USA.
What'd she go?
24.8.
Okay.
Yeah. What else? Cam McAvoy 21.1 and 50 free.
Wow.
Jack Alexi was bronze. You missed Dave Durden also.
Dave Durden. I love Dave Durden.
He had some good things to say. He said when they're coaching 50s of any stroke, he's like, don't breathe.
Really?
Yeah. So backstroke, breaststroke. He's not like don't breathe, but he's like, we're not focusing on the breath. Like don't. It was a little confusing, honestly.
I can't breathe. This is wait a second.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
in breast. He was saying, like keep your.
Oh, interesting.
Just kind of. Yeah.
Here's the thing. We're talking about something that's less than 25 cents. 20-ish seconds. Who needs to breathe for 20-ish seconds? Is it really going to make a difference? Gretchen, Clifton, gold medal number 2. She's 2 for 2.
Yeah, she's 2 for 2.
Team
USA looked excited while they were singing the anthem. I'm guessing they're excited because they have 1.5 days left. And then they get to go.
Right.
I mean, so Izzy, Mel, you might not know this. Izzy Ivey was just at WUGs. She won. How many medals did you win? 6?
Yeah.
6 medals.
Yeah.
She was on every Team USA relay and 5 gold, right?
Yeah, 5 gold and 1 bronze.
Yeah, individual bronze in the 200 free. Your only individual event, you got a medal in it.
Yeah.
So after at the end of a 7-day meet, how excited are you to be done with that?
Well, I was very excited specifically for the last day because I got to go look at Berlin. I hadn't been able to do that. A lot of the swimmers who like swam later could go explore and stuff, but I had to wait until the last day. So that's why I was excited to be done after that prelim. But I was definitely excited. I mean, obviously, a lot of us had plans to either stay in Europe or go home with our family and stuff. So I was definitely excited that I got to like just be a tourist in Europe. I've never been. My parents, I think it was like their 4th time to Paris. So I got to kind of like pick what we did, and it was really cool. It was just a cool thing to get to do since we were already over there. So, but yeah, I was definitely mainly ready to sleep that night. I think the very last night I was like, okay, I'm going to bed. Like, I'm so tired.
No celebrations here.
No.
You're going to tier championships?
No.
Done. This is it. I'm out. I'm out for the summer. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Well,
good.
that was one thing. I mean, it was one thing I was honestly kind of nervous about for WUGs was I haven't had a second summer meet in a really long time. So I was pretty nervous about being able to replicate almost. And I was very thrilled that I was able to go best times and such. But I was definitely nervous. So when the conversation about tiers coming around, I was like, no. But I'm curious. I know a lot of people originally who are at Worlds and even WUGs, a lot of people were planning on going. So I'm interested to see if people are still going to go after the roller coaster.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I think especially with Pan Pac's qualifications on the line, we had Jack Dahlgren on the other day, who's also at WUGs, and that's what he was talking about. Trying to, I think maybe swim some off events where he could potentially crack that top 4.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I think didn't they do something like this in like 2018 or in 2017 they like pre-selected the 2018 Pan Pacs? It was something like that, right? I think.
What they've always done historically in the past is that they would have Pan Pac trials right before Pan Pacs, but then based on how you do it at that meet and Pan Pacs, they select the Worlds team the following year.
We haven't always done that. That's not something that we've always done in the history of USA Swimming. Now, it is a new thing. Okay. It is new. I think it did start. Yeah. I can't remember how soon it started. It's weird.
I just remember it's not the best. Like something similar maybe, but I could be totally wrong about that.
Yeah.
But that was like the first time I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like I remember hearing about it and then.
Yeah. It's
well, because like that's again, to give one example. So in 2018, the 2019 Worlds team was pre-selected.
Okay.
And that's when Reagan broke the world record in the 200 back, but then didn't swim the 100 back individually because she hadn't qualified her for it. But then they had her lead off the relay and she broke the world record.
Weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
So
was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking at the men's 100 fly finalists walking out, just hulking behemoths of human. Man, Maxime Grousset. He's just so big. I'm now looking at Josh Liendo, another Gator.
No, come on, Josh. It's hard not to cheer for him. I really hope he does well.
Well, I mean, there's no Americans in this final. Sad as it is.
Yeah. And there's none in the 50 back, right?
50. We've got Quentin McCarty in the 50 back semis. But none in this 100 fly final, which is a bit of a bummer. But it is loaded with talent. Matthew Temple of Australia definitely has the best hair, rocking a full-on mullet. But
I feel like mullets aren't sticking.
What do you mean by that? Elaborate on that, Mel.
Well, I had a mullet in the early 1980s when it was cool to have a mullet, and then they came back, and I'm like, no, this is bad. This is.
I
not
had
good.
a mullet. I did.
We need pictures of this ASAP.
All my baby photos. It's just the way my hair naturally grew. It was all like up here and then like super long in the back. And my mom was like, I tried to cut it and it would just grow that way. So literally all my baby photos, I like.
We're in the water.
Izzy, if you can find a picture of that, we would love to see it. That's incredible. Yeah. So I'm about at 25 meters. Holy, I mean, they're just swimming in a line pretty much. Maxime looks pretty good. Noe and Thomas Chacon
20.9, 22.90 out.
No, 22.80. Ooh. 2/10 under world record. I mean, that's a really good 50 fly time. Yeah. I don't think Maxime's winning with that. I think he went out a little too fast. I think Noe might catch him on the way home, but he still looks good coming down the home stretch. I think it's going to be Maxime or Noe. Oh, and it is Maxime. Holy.
6'2".
He is on the lane line immediately.
Oh.
Yeah, you jump out ahead like that, and you get up over the wave. Yeah, he looked good start to finish. He's high in the water. That looked easy. He's out 22.8 and looks so easy.
He's really happy. Noe Ponti 49.8. Wow. Two guys under 50 seconds.
Wow.
And they're both pretty stoked. And Ilya Karun is in there for bronze, I guess.
Got Josh,
Ooh. 50.07 for Ilya, 50.09 for Josh. That Canadian tandem is crazy. They are both just having a time right now.
I feel like we just got under 50 seconds, and now it's like, hey, I guess a lot of people are going to start going sub 50 100 meter butterflies.
I mean, Mel, this happened in 2009. I don't know.
That was a super suit. It was
16 years ago.
It was super suited.
Okay, but still, I mean, I don't know.
I'm sorry. I live in a textile brain. I wash the super suits away.
No, you're right. I mean, I guess the next time that happened was Caleb.
Yeah.
In
21,
2017?
20? I don't know. How many check?
When he broke the world record in 2019, right?
That sounds right. I'm just wondering what he went in 2017 with his like first big breakout. He was 49.8 in Budapest in 2017 Budapest.
The world champs.
So it took 8 years for him to go under, and then it took Milak was under. It was 49.6 in Tokyo behind Caleb. But I'm really surprised that Maxime was able to hold on because, I mean, 22.8 is a really good 50 fly time.
I think in fly, when you get out and when you get high in the water, you're far better off. It's like you get up, you get high, really high set, and then but once you start floating down, you're done. So if you can get body position and hold body position, it doesn't hurt as much as you think it is. The gorilla's not going to jump on your back. You're not going to die at the end.
I mean, and I think he obviously held on. I'm just surprised he had the speed to go out that fast, but still maintain his stroke. God, look at him. He's a freaking gorilla.
There's no gorilla jumping on his back. He's the gorilla.
Yeah, seriously. He's fending it off.
I think I'm still waking up, guys. Let's be honest with you. I gotta be honest, but the brain's not really there yet.
No, it's okay. I mean, he came home in 26.8. Noe was 26.6. Ilya was 26.4. Josh was 26.5. So they had some serious coming home speed, but wow. I mean, okay, Mel, to contrast, Thomas Chacon was out in 23.1. He was second at the 50, and he was home in 28.0.
He doesn't have the strength to keep that body position, let's be honest.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't. He's too skinny.
Butterflies are unique, special gods on earth.
Izzy, you've swam 100 butterfly. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I used to do it at NC's and then long course.
That's right.
I did it this year, long course. It wasn't terrible. It was just kind of for fun. I think I did it after 2 free or right before 2 free at some a sectionals or something in February, January. It was just fun. I mean, I definitely don't take it seriously, I guess. I mean, butterfly's hard. I think butterfly is really hard. So it's like when you were just saying those splits, I was like, oh, that sounds it just sounds like it hurts sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the rhythm, I thought it was really interesting. I think she got third in the 2 fly, but she only does 1 kick. She doesn't have a double kick. And I was watching that the other day, and I'm sorry, I'm forgetting her name, but I was watching it, and I was
I'll pull it up.
This is the most relaxed butterfly swimming I've ever seen in my life. And then I was like, oh my God, she's only doing 1 kick. She wasn't. I think she's Australian.
Elizabeth Deckers. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody probably saw that. That's.
Did you seem to think she had 2 kicks?
She has 2 kicks. You can't see the other kick, so she's going. Pow! She's hitting it, that hard kick, 1 kick, and her body's just kind of going like this.
Yeah.
So she's kicking, and she's probably has no energy until she might pop her toes at the end. But yes,
it's like a little tail whip.
A little tail whip, a little tail whip. But
for balance.
But it's effectively one kick. It is. You're correct in terms of energy systems and what you're using. 1 kick.
And the funny thing, just narratively about that swimmer, Elizabeth Deckers, is that she got 3rd at Australian trials. Originally didn't even qualify for the team, and then one of the other 2 swimmers pulled out, so she was called up, and then ended up getting a bronze medal in that 200 fly.
Okay,
but yeah,
this might be a dumb question. But so could the U.S. do that? When people so Gretchen pulled out of the 100 free, and we bring people for relays. Are you allowed to do that? Or
this happened with Elizabeth Deckers. This happened before the meet started. Okay. So you can't do it with individual events because the entries are already
that's okay. That's why
there.
I was confused. I was like, I'm pretty sure there's entries. Okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that happened before the meet. I wish we could do it with entry. I feel like it would be more fun if we could do it with entries. If you could just sub in whoever you want throughout the meet, like a college dual meet, right? You have breaks in a college dual meet, and then people readjust the lineup. How fun would it be to just be oh, this swimmer is on at this meet. Gretchen, your backstroke looks good. Swimming 50 back.
Erin Gemmel did so great on that relay when she was called to the line. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I think they said, like, on the stream or whatever that she was told, like, maybe 10 minutes before, like, and she stepped up. Like, I thought that was she did amazing with that.
Yeah, no kidding. So women's 50 free semifinal number 1 is in the water. Gretchen is out there in lane 1, but she had a great start, great underwater. She is out in front. So it seems like
you can't tell from the angle. She's right at she's
terrible angle.
She's third.
She's third. Kasha Wasik 24-1. Van Wilk of the Netherlands 24-2 and 24-3 for Gretchen Walsh. So I think that's pretty solidly in.
I think Gretchen can start working on her 50 free, her 100 free, and they'd be like, okay, I got the 100 fly on lock.
Well, I think we would have seen that on display had she not gotten sick.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we're seeing what's going on. No, I'm telling you, just as we stand right now, just an observation. It's the post-Olympic year. We're 3 years away from LA 2028. The 50s are going to be on tap.
What are you saying?
I'm saying, do you put most of your energy systems in practice and everything that you're doing? Do you focus in on freestyle? Do you focus? Do you develop yourself another 50?
I mean, I think she will. She has. She was 52. I mean, she was gonna swim the 100 free at this meet.
Yeah, but excuse me. I'm bearing the lead. Fly is here. Free is down here. Can we bring free up to here? Can we do that? Is this going to happen the next 3 years?
No. Yeah, I'm saying I think she has been working on that, and I think we would have seen that continue to progress at this meet had she not gotten sick. Because her freestyle has gotten better and better every season in long course.
She's been pretty open about like her big breakthrough going 52, and I think mentally, I think she's excited for it.
Right.
Yeah.
But a 52 and a 54 are not congruent. It would be a more congruent 100 free would be 51 if you're going at 54 in the 100 fly.
Sure, but she's like she's working on.
What I'm telling you is, I want the Todd DeSorbo podcast, and I want the plan for now through late 2028.
I think you can get it. I think he'd do it.
We're both North Carolina boys. Todd DeSorbo texts me every time like a 10 and under state record of mine is broken.
That's
your record broke. 200 free broke today, Mel.
The only time he texts you. Your age group record.
If I hear from Todd, it's business. It's what we're doing. It's SwimSwam. He's being the coach. But every so often he texts me, privately. It's not like, hey Mel, how you doing? I just want to check in and see what's happening in your life. No, it's just like, yeah, your state record went down. You're 11 and 12, 200 free, 100 fly went down. Ha ha ha.
That's ah ha ha. That's really funny.
All right, Tori.
Yeah. So this is a loaded second semi. We've got Tori Husk. We've got Meg Harris as the top seed. She's shown a lot of speed out of Australia. We've got two up-and-coming sprint stars, I think, in Sarah Curtis from Italy and Eva Ocaro from Great Britain. They're both 19, but they've both made semifinals and finals at this meet. We've got two Chinese athletes, and we've got Taylor Ruck in there as well. So I'm seeing they're behind the blocks. We're getting on the blocks. Just dive in the water already. All right. What do you think about this? What do you got there?
Lens wipes.
All right, they're off the blocks. Wow, so lane one. So Gretchen warmed up lane one for Tori because she's a good Samaritan. And now I think lane one's going to be a good one for USA in this. They're really all like right in a line. This angle's a little weird, but I think Tori is going to touch
it's tight.
fourth. Wow.
She's 24-44?
24-41.
Yeah.
So 24-31 won the heat. Tori is either
8th or 9th.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yee. Yeah, I think that's 8th or 9th, like you said. So I've got results here. Tori Husk is 7th. All right.
Right.
Yeah, Gretchen Walsh tied for 3rd with Meg Harris. Kasha Wasik, top seed, 24-1. Sounds good. I can live with that. Izzy, so again, you swam 600 freestyles, 200 freestyles in 7 days. When you're racing, I mean, we see this at World Cups. When you're racing the same race that many times, do you feel like you got in a zone, or do you feel like you were like picking up tidbits every time you did it?
I think the 100 freestyle, like, it got to a point where it felt the same, like, every time. Like, I just knew, like, when to take my breath and such. I think the hardest part for me was then the switching to the 200, and I think that showed, like, on my relay, I split it like stupid, and it's because I was like used to almost going like 53, so then my easy was like 55, and then I couldn't really hold it that last 50.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think that set me up well for the rest of the 200s, kind of realizing like, oh, I need to do some pace, I need to like remember like my 200 speed. But yeah, I think like specifically with the 100, like I don't think I've ever done 100 free that many times, like in a competition, especially from a swing too, which I love going from a swing. I think it's so much fun. So yeah, it became almost like, okay, like I knew how I would feel when and how to kind of manage it. And relays are always fun. It's always so much easier to go faster on them and mentally like want to do good for the other 3 people you're on the relay with. So. Yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah. No, that's great to hear. And I'm also just astonished. How are you? 24, 23?
Yeah, I'm 24. I'm turning 25 in November.
To make your first international team?
Yeah.
At 24, or sorry, senior international team?
Yeah.
That's a huge deal.
Yeah, it was pretty special for me. I think I don't think it's any secret. Like, I've really struggled specifically with the 200 freestyle since 2016. And so going like 8 years without going to best time, and then I've broken it now 4 times in 2 years. So it's like really awesome mentally. And I feel just so like, oh, I knew I could do it. I knew I could be faster than, 158. So I was just like really excited that the coaches at UF like really communicate with me and like pay attention to details and stuff, and like through their training like have really helped my confidence, because we do a lot, and so I think it's like really helped me like, oh, a 200 freestyle, I could do that. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's congrats. That's really cool to hear.
We're on the medal podium for the 50 free. Sorry, I was listening to Gretchen. I was listening to Gretchen's interview. She was commenting on how hard it is for her to get under 25 in a 50 free. And there's like a little bit of a thing. It's like, can I get under 25 when I swim a 50 free? That was her interview for NBC.
But for 50 fly, easy.
Exactly. Like I said, hey, this brings us back to the last conversation. Are we gonna do this? Is this gonna happen?
I'm saying I think it would have gotten closer had she not gotten sick.
And then another observation off topic, Cam McAvoy is like the same height as Jack Alexey.
Yeah,
on the top of the podium.
On the podium.
But Cam McAvoy has got that big physics brain. He's leveraging, he's got.
Dude, the fact that he went 21-1 and Ben Proud went 21-2, like again. I think they've both done that before. It's like they've just been consistently so fast. It's really impressive.
I think Ben Proud stands in the mirror like this and goes, "Why am I losing to Cam McAvoy?" And then like beats himself up because he's so jacked. And Cam looks like he just walked out of a, lecturing in physics
lecture,
4 hours. He's had a ham sandwich and maybe some coffee with too much cream. Maybe got a workout in last week. And he's still going to win world champs.
He's still going to win world champs. Ben Proud is a very cerebral guy. Not necessarily in the same way Cam is, like not a physics major, but if you talk to Ben, he's like fairly soft spoken and like really takes his craft very seriously and like really thinks a lot about it. It's interesting because you see him and you're just like, that guy is huge.
Heavyweights in physics.
He could be a football player.
Heavyweights in physics are like they don't. I'm sorry, I'm going to make a distinction here. Physics, everything else. Everything else in life that requires brain power. There's physics and mathematics, which are essentially the same, and then everything else.
Yeah, we've got 3 SCC alums on this stream right now. Although I guess that's not fair. Izzy, did you get your degree at Cal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never
mind.
Look, I can't spell. The grammar's spotty, and I'm like, SEC education.
No, grammar is really hard. Grammar is really hard. At Cal, I had to write my thesis, and I literally was like, I would reread it and be like, how am I misspelling like this silly? It's just like grammar's hard.
What was your thesis at Cal in?
So I basically had to find like a really niche. It was basically around public health, and so I did a thesis on like how there was basically nothing in place for people who rely on public transportation during COVID and how they like couldn't get to work, so I did a lot of interviews, I did a lot of surveys and stuff about how if something like this ever happens, there should be something like in place for the future for people who rely on public transportation.
That's great.
I'm a big proponent of public transportation.
Dude, I love it.
And we're going to go to autonomous cars, and it's just like you're going to be like app. Everybody's going to be in a it's going to drive by. I don't think we're too far off. Although there are a lot of boomers who do not, and probably some Gen Xers who do not want to give up their autonomy with cars.
I had never been on like a subway until I went to Paris, and I will be honest, I was really nervous. But over there, it was so clean. And they actually, like, they told us, they were like, if you put your feet on the seat, because, they kind of, like, face each other, the seats. They were like, if you stretch your feet out, it's an $80 fine. They keep it super clean in there. I was like, oh, my gosh. And so I actually really enjoyed it. It was cool. Because I feel like I always heard about, Coleman, I know you're in New York, but I always hear about the New York subways, and sometimes it's a little scary.
Everything you've heard is true, Izzy.
So I was nervous about it, but I had a friend in Paris. It was cool. It was a cool experience.
That's awesome. No, I love New York, and I love riding the subway. I love public transport. When I was in Berkeley, I loved taking the BART.
The BART
there.
Yeah, that was fun.
But New York subway is a whole different animal. It is dirty. There are lots of people. You see everyone from every walk of life on the New York subway. But personally, that's what I love about it. But I know that might not be everyone's jam. But public transportation is great, and it saddens me that we don't see more of it. But I'm going to Paris next month, and so I'm excited to ride that subway.
What are you going to Paris for?
I'm taking a week off.
What is this? I mean, I thought you were going to be covering the World Cup in the United States, and you're like telling me now you're going to Paris? You're ahead of production.
No. Paris, September. World Cup, October.
All right, I guess Mel Stewart will just hold down the fort all by himself while Coleman goes off and lollygags through France.
Gallivants in Europe.
Coleman held down for an hour before you hopped up.
Stop it. Stop it.
I
Stop it,
earned
Izzy.
my vacation.
Yeah, stop it, Izzy. Stop it. It's been a long 7 days.
No, I bet.
I worked really hard. It's been really hard to wake up
late and waking up early. I bet. Yeah.
It's been really hard to wake up and drink coffee and
I worked really hard
and watch swimming.
It's kind of funny right now. Our stream, we have the men's 50 back semifinal in the water, and I'm gonna be honest, I do not care because the next event is the women's 800 freestyle.
True.
The most anticipated race of this meet.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, a 50 back semi is kind of like whatever. But okay, we can talk about it. They're in the water. Good for them.
Is Quentin in this first one?
He is, yeah. So the lone American who made semis in this, Quentin McCarty, is in this semifinal. I don't know what lane he's in.
2.
He's in 2. Okay. Quentin looks good.
24.62.
Yeah. So he touches for 52. 24.52. What's up? What's up with the reading over there?
Okay.
Gotta get some readers.
These are readers.
Oh, yikes.
Stop it, guys. No, that was solid. That's solid. That's a solid 50. That's going to put him in. And he was in the right heat. If you're going to go fast, this was the heat.
Yeah.
So 24.3 for Peter Coetzee, the world champ in the 100 back. I think someone else was 24.5 as well in that heat, or maybe 24.4. But yeah, Quentin McCarty third. That's pretty good.
And according to Dave Durden, you just.
I don't know if it was the same for long course though. I think he said especially short course.
What does it matter? What is the freaking difference? If you're on your back, shouldn't you breathe? I'm on my back and breathing.
I think it was. He just said you don't emphasize it, but I don't know.
He was basically saying like he doesn't tell them like not to breathe, but like you're solely focusing on the tempo. You're not focusing on the breath.
Gotcha.
It's kind of what he was saying.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So Apostolos Christo of Greece was second at 24.50. And now we've got the second. I
gotta say something. I couldn't sprint to save my life. I know Coleman couldn't sprint to save his life. And so when anybody shares any information about sprinting that sounds, like I'm thinking intuitively, like, I wanted to sprint because I couldn't. So when someone shares information like, oh, you don't even think about breathing, even on backstroke, I'm like, is this a secret that nobody told me? And this is the reason why I couldn't sprint. Because I could do other events.
I don't understand like 50s, and I know this. Okay, I know this is like a big deal. Okay, because they're in the Olympics now. I'm just saying, for me personally, I can't sprint like the strokes. Like I think like in college, like on the 2 medley relays, I couldn't. That relay stressed me out so much because if I was doing like back or fly, I just felt like I didn't have enough time to like get into it. And so now I'm like, oh, I'm glad people who like really love doing that get to do it because it's just not me. Like I'm the same way. I don't. And it's also like anything can, if one thing goes wrong, like that's it. And I'm just like, it's so stressful.
So it's a lot to handle. I remember, speaking of Dave Durden, 10 years ago at 2016 NCAAs, when Ryan Murphy was on, I walked up to him and I was like, this is it, Dave. This is the year. Ryan Murphy's going to go 19 in the 50 back. And Dave's like, no, he's not, Coleman. And I was like, what do you mean? Of course he is. He's like he's on a tear. He's going so fast. And he's like, Coleman, I'm telling you, Ryan's not going to go under 20 in the 50-yard backstroke. His kick isn't fast enough. I think that's what he said. He's like, he gave a specific reason. He's like, it's not going to happen. And I was like, you don't know anything. 20.2. 20.2.
So he was right. Dave knew what was going on.
Dave knows a thing or two about sprinting is what I'm saying.
Here's the thing, though. How is Dave? We've done interviews with Dave. Like, if you do an interview with Dave on a hard topic, you might get a 5-minute answer. And that answer, you gotta find the answer in there somewhere. This guy's in his head. The man is in his head, which is a good thing. I mean, he's intelligent.
He is cerebral, and you can see him considering every facet of an answer that he gives.
As he's sharing it, and you're going, I think I know what's going on here. I think there's who's winning this flight.
I think Kalashnikov looks really good. Oh, they just told everyone to relax. I don't know what's going on.
I hate that. It slows you down.
It's not what you want for a 50 backstroke.
Oh my god! Sorry. Do you guys remember the 50 back at the Tier Pro in Fort Lauderdale? The heat I was in, the final. It was in the B final. And
you were in the 50 back, though. Yeah, you sprinted.
Okay, but it was more like I wasn't racing the last day because I had a wedding. So Nesty was like, "Okay, we're gonna do like 2 or 3 events a day."
Yeah.
So, okay, so we're in the water, and my wedge pops out, and so then I'm like calling, and it's all twisted and whatever, and so I like call for help, and my whole heat, and the water's cold. The water's so cold in Fort Lauderdale, and I was like, I'm so sorry, everyone, like, cause I don't belong in this heat anyways, but it's just like I'm so sorry. And then the flags fell, and I had to like swim over and hand the official the flags, and I was like, we don't even need these flags. Can we just go? And then we were in the water for like 5 minutes waiting for all these different things. Oh, it was so chaotic. I felt so bad.
I want to come back to Fort Lauderdale in a second, but so we just saw the second men's semi of the 50 back, 24-1 for Clement Kalashnikov, a little slower than he was at prelims. He's the world record holder at 23.5. But okay, that's the men's 50 back.
Kalashnikov is
honestly
is
glad that's over.
Did Koss make it?
How tall is he?
I'm not sure who made top 8 yet. We'll find out here in a minute, but commenters are saying McCarty in at 7th, so that's good. Kalashnikov is tall. He's 6'6" sounds right. I'm guessing between 6'4" and 6'6". I've never seen him in person, so I actually don't know. I think Hubie's in. Okay. I think Hubie Koch is in. Xavier Maszuk is in. He was 3rd for Poland. Are they going to show top 8? They are. So Isaac Cooper is 8th at 24.5. Quentin McCarty is 7th.
He's 6.
Koch.
He's 6'5". Sorry.
Apostolos Christou. Oh, I nailed it. Xavier Maszuk. Yeah. Okay. So Fort Lauderdale. That was a special meet. Izzy, what was it like for you? You weren't there on Saturday. You left for a wedding.
Yeah, I left. But
is that the biggest regret of your swimming career?
I watched the live stream. Like literally, I think I was like, Maddie was about to walk down the aisle, and I stood up. I was like, well, no, it wasn't about to. Okay, I probably had like 7 minutes, and I stood up.
Yeah.
I yelled to my parents on the other aisle. I was like, Katie got the world record. She did it. I was like, well, that whole meet for her was literally like so amazing, and I was
storybook.
I think it was like the mile or something. Like I was next to Annie and Whitney Height, and we were just like crying after. Like it was just like it's so awesome to see like a huge breakthrough like that, and not huge, I will say, because she's so consistent, but just like coming so close.
That was a big deal.
Yeah, and then the world record, obviously, and even seeing how emotional she was after the 4 free, going 3:56 was just It's awesome to see someone of her caliber still like strive to be better, and also you see how much it like means to her to see a time that she's proud of.
Well, I mean, and you were just talking about it was 8 years or something for you in the 200 freestyle. It's like same thing.
Yeah, we definitely talk about it. She's been an amazing role model and friend to me, so it's just awesome that I get to cheer her on and support her too when it matters. So.
I cried after the 800 free at that meet. Yeah. I mean, that was the single most craziest swim I've ever witnessed in person. It's like not only was the sold out stands cheering for her, but every single person on the pool deck from start to finish of that race was cheering for her.
There's definitely something like magical about the atmosphere there. I think it's just like Fort Lauderdale is the pool is obviously amazing, but it's also just like I feel like the vibes are super like lax, but obviously like the competition is very
really high.
intense. Yeah, so it's like it's just good all around. I don't really know how to explain it. Like we were all just kind of like, and I felt like UF didn't, as a whole, we did really good. Like I know like we had a guy, his name's Alexis. He qualified for Worlds. Like I think he won.
Yeah.
The two, like it was just like a really awesome vibe, and I think we were all kind of like, what's going on? Like what's like so different? Like I remember some of my friends who like didn't get to go, they were like, is that like what's the talk like we're all just having a great time. I was like, I don't really know how to describe it. It's just like a really awesome environment. So I'm nervous for this.
No, I'm with you. That was a special meet. Like if you were there, you understood that like this something's going on here. Like this is different. Like you said, it was easy to relax, but there was so many fast people there that it was I think it was just easy to swim fast and go race. But yeah, our stream numbers are through the roof right now, and I think it's solely because this race is next. This is again I think the most anticipated race of this meet. You've got Summer McIntosh, who is going for 5 individual gold medals at this meet. She has broken world records in the 2IM, 4IM, 4 free, nearly 200 fly, and nearly 800 free this year, going up against Katie Ledecky, perhaps the greatest swimmer of all time. I think the greatest female swimmer of all time, 14 Olympic medals, set a world record in this event 2 months ago at Fort Lauderdale. And they're going head to head.
15:26 in the mile. So she's on at this meet.
Yeah. So Summer was 8:05 at her Canadian trials, and she has in the two of the 3 events she's swam here, she's been a little off what she went at Canadian trials. And the 200 fly, she was 0.3 faster. And she had said after that race that her main goal of this meet was to break the world record in that 200 fly. And so I think Summer and Katie have kind of been both been a little off of their time, their best season bests. And so it just looks like they're both right there. They're both in the same place, and this could really go either way. Oh man. What? Okay. Any insight or just any predictions on what it will take to win this race? Not time wise, but strategically. What do you think has to happen?
I think they got to do their own thing. I think they can't worry about each other. You know, they kind of got to like do their own. But I feel like that's gonna be really hard to do.
Yeah,
Ledecky's got to be in striking distance or out in front. In my opinion, I don't think that Ledecky has the giddy up. If Summer gets out ahead of her, Ledecky doesn't have the giddy up to go there. This is what I think Summer is. Summer has the potential. If she's anywhere in position in striking range, she's got a gear. She's got a gear that Ledecky doesn't have in terms of just fast speed.
Mm-hmm.
And Ledecky is just plodding, consistent pace. She wears you down with her pace. Summer's a versatile talent, and she can she could Bobby Fink this thing. That's my opinion.
I think I hear what you're saying, Mel, and I think you're right that Summer has more speed than Katie, but so we haven't seen this throughout, and this is the fascinating part to me about Katie's career right now. We haven't seen Katie Ledecky race very much because she's always just beating people by such large amounts. And in Fort Lauderdale in that 400 free, she like I saw Bruce Gimmel, one of Katie's former coaches, after the race, and he was like, it's because on the last 100, Summer was a body length ahead or something of Katie, and then Katie just ate her up and ended up like crushing her. And Bruce was like, she smelled blood. she smelled blood in the water and she could see it. And like we're seeing Katie Ledecky really have to fight and to race, and we're seeing that Katie Ledecky is actually a really good racer. I think probably in part because she races men in practice all the time.
Yeah, true. What did she split a 153.5 on the women's 4x2, that anchor?
I think 153.7, but wasn't that her best?
Yeah.
It was her fastest ever. Yeah.
I think so. If not right around it, but yeah. Oh God, they're in the water.
I have so much anxiety about this race.
I'm like not breathing. So.
Yeah. I'm doing the Dave Durden for 8.5 minutes right now. Yeah. So Lonnie Pallister is out quick at the 30-meter mark.
Such a great meet.
She really is. She was silver in the mile. She was fourth in, bronze in the mile, fourth in the 400, but she went 3:58. That was her first time under 4 minutes. The fact that someone went 3:58 and didn't win a medal is insane. But yeah, so okay, Katie, pushing forward
27:55 at the wall at the 50.
Oh, I'm at the 100. She just flipped at the 100.
57.54 at the 100, world record pace.
So she's under world record pace, which I think she kind of does a lot, like kind of goes out under world record pace in a fair amount of her races, but her legs do not look used at all.
No,
that seems like a good sign.
Ledecky's legs.
They're drag at this point. They're not fins, like rudders. Is that what they're called?
Just holding body position.
Yeah.
Every so often you might see them.
Okay. So Katie's ahead right now. Summer and Lonnie are flanking her. They're right there. I don't think Lonnie is going to be a huge factor in this race, but you never know. I mean, she's had a great year. I think she dipped under. I think she was 8:10 at her Australian trials. Okay, 158.4 at the 200. And again, Summer and Lonnie are right there. Oh my God. And once again, our stream numbers are the highest they've been all meet right now. We have more viewers than at any other point, which I just think it's funny. I think it's great. Under world record pace at the 250. Oh, and Ledecky. So again, and this is like, I think Summer has the speed, but like Ledecky just has the mental toughness. Like she knows how to grind and she knows when to turn it on. And that is a positive thing to me.
I feel like if she gets locked in a pace, she's okay. She gets locked in a gear. The pain threshold for that gear at a higher level, and it's a little lower level, kind of the same. It's like she's just got to hit a certain pace. And like you said, she's rarely pressed. She's always swimming by herself. It must be lonely being Katie Ledecky, always swimming alone.
Well,
when the camera's like, she gets so far ahead and the camera you can't even see anybody else.
Yeah. Okay. So she's pressing now, and she's trying to make a move here and pulling away just a slight bit from Summer and Lonnie. I don't know if you remember this race last year in Paris, but this is kind of what she did to Ariarne Titmus, where like Titmus was kind of hanging with her and like just inch by inch, Katie fought for every meter and then just, eventually pulled ahead and ahead and ahead. And that, I think that's something she really knows how to do, probably from doing thousands and thousands of yards with the UF men.
4:01.16 over second under world record pace.
Hold on. 0.63 under world record pace.
All right.
Okay. But now
I'm enlarging my screen.
Sorry. I just don't want you to lie to the people.
I'm enlarging my screen. Thing. We're making numbers bigger.
Okay, so you can kind of see Summer and Lonnie pushing
gosh.
it now.
I don't like these camera angles. Like,
No, they're not accurate at all.
Line, and then they're not, and then I'm. Come on, Katie.
Summer and Lonnie are 3/10 behind Katie Ledecky, so they are just right there. And Katie is holding her own, although it looks like Summer might be making a move here on this 50 heading into the 500. What is this camera angle?
Somebody's being
Okay.
artistic. 38 into world record pace at the 500.
That's right. 5026, 0.14 behind is Summer McIntosh, 0.2 behind is Lonnie Pallister. Oh my God. So the three of them are just locked in a battle. And it is, I mean, at this point, it truly seems like who's going to give in first. And if that's the case, I like Katie Ledecky's odds.
This is the
6/100ths behind is Summer McIntosh. Katie Ledecky is 6/100ths ahead. And Lonnie's 0.2 behind.
I feel like the only time when you see these kind of battles between practice and repeats, you know, when you're going eye to eye over and over on it's.
And again, this is like Katie's bread and butter. Is that? I think this is how she has made her career. Showcase. They have slipped 3/100ths above world record pace. They just turned it to 600. You can see they're going. All three of them are laying it out there.
What was Katie's last 200 in Fort Lauderdale? Wasn't it it was like 158 or something?
That I know she was 20. I think she was 28 on the last 50. So it was probably something like that.
Well, they've all got something in the tank on this last 50. We're gonna see. Oh, do you see her legs? Yeah, she's pressing her legs. She's pressing her legs now.
Yeah. So Lonnie Pallister actually looks like she's the one slightly pulling ahead.
Oh,
wow. Okay, but then from this angle, they're pretty much it's Summer and Katie who are pulling ahead. Okay, final 100.
McIntosh.
They are just above world record pace still. McIntosh is 0.14 ahead of Katie. Oh, but we'll see what Katie's got on this last 100. Okay, now Katie is turning it on. Katie is turning on the jets. This is her race. She knows this. Ledecky! Ledecky's doing it!
They're not going to breathe to each other, huh?
They're not going to breathe to each other on the last 50. Okay, Ledecky.
Did you see that dolphin off the wall?
Did you see that dolphin kick off the wall? Come on, Katie.
That dolphin kick was
Ledecky! Oh!
It's like, no!
This is happening, but Lonnie Pallister might be making a move. No, this is Ledecky. Come on, Katie. Come on, Katie.
Ledecky is dropping the hammer.
This is going to be Katie Ledecky. This is Katie Ledecky. Bam. This is Katie Ledecky.
Championship record. 805.62. 805.98. 807.29. That was. I need 800.
Wow.
800 free needs to be that way every time. Summer looks unhappy. Look at that face.
You can. I mean. Izzy Ivey is giddy with excitement.
Dude, what a swim for Lonnie too. That was like insane.
God, I hope they got to show that last underwater turn on the replay because she came off the wall.
You guys talk about she like doesn't do her legs or whatever. Her last wall always blows me away. I don't know how she just digs deep or whatever, and then she just cranks out those underwaters, and I'm like, it's always on the last 50. It's crazy.
I've got chills. This is that is the greatness of Katie Ledecky. You know, again, she can keep her head on a swivel. She has that last gear when the pain sets in.
I was literally sweating. I was so nervous. Oh
That was really intense. But what a race.
Does McIntosh continue with 800 on her schedule? I don't think it makes any sense.
I don't think so. I mean, I think it'll be a year by year thing.
Why you're training a system at 800 free? I don't think so. And I think this was a crucial moment. I think Ledecky, as a veteran star, knew this. She's like, emotionally, if I can crush Summer now and move her out of this event, that gives me moat going into LA 2028.
Wow. I'm a little bit surprised. Summer is visibly unhappy. She didn't acknowledge Katie after the race, and the camera is on her now, and we're seeing the visual disappointment.
You know what? I like it when athletes are. I want to see their emotion. She's disappointed. She came here to win every race, and I do love that about her.
I agree.
So I want to see the drama unfold. She's mad. She's got to process the fact that she didn't do what she wanted to do after some astounding swims.
Mm-hmm.
But Ledecky,
a lot of swimming. Like I think
a lot of swimming.
So it's she has to take that into account, I guess.
And
she's 18.
I have so many.
She's 18.
There's so many questions. Yeah, she's 18. She's 18. She's
18 years old.
There's so many questions. Did Ledecky such a veteran? It's like she has a stomach of steel. It's like stomach bugs. Did she not get a stomach virus at all? Was it like, I'm so well traveled and tough.
I mean, dude, we've seen what Ledecky can do when she gets a stomach bug.
Yeah, it hurt her. Yeah,
she still won.
No. Well, she suffered through a world championship and then got well.
And then won.
She got well, and then she we saw her suffering, swimming through it, and then she got better, and then suddenly she won.
Yeah.
But I just want strategically, I want you to think about something. Summer McIntosh is an 18-year-old astounding talent deciding, hey, I'm going to go take your 800 free. Mm-hmm. And Ledecky, it was important for Ledecky to say, no, you're not. No, you're not. Go back into your events. No, you're not. This is mine.
Yeah.
Because I think Ledecky does want to move into LA 2028 and be like, I got the 800 and 1500 on lock. I've had them on lock. I'm keeping them on lock.
Well, Lonnie Pallister just threw down an 8:05.9, third fastest performer of all time. I think now fifth fastest performance. She was home faster than Ledecky, 29:11 to 29:53 for Ledecky on the last 50. But Lonnie's here.
I know. It's the Aussies. If you ever take your eyes off the Aussies, if you ever take the Aussies for granted, you're a fool.
But you're right. I think this was a statement. This was the race of the meet. It fully delivered, but Ledecky is on top, and that is why she's the greatest of all time.
I love that the attention is coming back. It's not that the attention was ever off of her, but I did make the comment, and we have talked about this, where it's like she's been great for so long, you take it for granted. Like she's in the water. Yeah. Doing incredible things, and I've seen people do it at meets where they're just like, yeah, it's like she's on world record pace and it's mid-season, and you start talking with somebody and you go, oh yeah, she got 200 left, and you look back at the race. It's like now, it's like I feel like the attention's coming back on this icon because we're going to spend the next 3 years trying to put her in context.
Well, and also, how often do you see someone go these crazy time, have this insane trajectory, and then like from Rio, honestly up until this year, she was kind of like her times were like maybe petering out or like getting a little bit slower, just the times she was putting up compared to her best times, and then she moves back up and starts going best times again.
She needs an unscripted.
That's unreal.
She needs an unscripted series. I want 8 episodes. I want to unpack it where Ledecky lays it out there and says, look, I had to go find water where I could race the best. I had to go find Bobby. I had to find somebody who could go toe to toe with me, and even he couldn't. I want that documentary. I want that unscripted series, because in terms of Hannah, her interview's coming up. I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's.
Oh.
Fastest she's ever been into Worlds. No matter the outcome, happy with her season. Oh, asking her about her strategy. Good call. Nessie told her to trust her Friday afternoons. Executing the back half. She was stressed the last 100. Oh, that was her last race of the season.
Yeah, she's all done.
Wow. Oh,
I started crying.
Man, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. So she didn't want to go into that was her last race of the season. She wanted to go into her break with a W. The last 100 was stressful. The only advice her coach Anthony Nessie gave her was trust all those Friday afternoons that you've done, which is Overdistance. Do you do Friday afternoons with Katie?
No,
Izzy?
I don't do Friday afternoons. I'll always text Katie. I'll be like, "Oh, how was it? How was your Friday afternoon?" And she'll like tell me what they do, and I'm just, what? I don't understand.
Whoa! What's a Friday afternoon? How intense is it?
Well, it's like not like, well, okay, I don't obviously swim like the mile, but it's, so to me it sounds like really intense, but it's like, it's just like over distance basically. So they do like X amount, but it's split up. So it's either like they'll do like a couple thousands or like 2,000, whatever. It's always just like, it's a lot of swim, but it's like, it's different every week, but it's usually just something like, in my head when I think of like a 2,000, I'm like, oh, that's warm down. No, they're like doing something like crazy within it, and like she's incredibly humble. So when I'm like, oh, where'd you go? I'm like, whatever. And she'll like, I don't know distance times, but I'll be like, you what? In practice, like on your first one, you just like, so it's like crazy. It's crazy. But she earned that. She really earned that. Like, I'm just like, I'm so happy for her, because I mean, and like Mel was saying, like, she's so consistent for so long, and she does like these amazing swims, but she does these swims like she throws down times every day. Like every practice is like so inspiring to get to like, and when I get to race her, I'm like, let's go. I'm so excited whenever I get put next to her in practice, on the rare occasion.
Yeah, what do you guys race in practice?
There was like this quality set we got into. It was a little different. Like we each did something different, but at the end of each round, no matter what group you were in, it was like 100 off the block. So she did a little longer stuff before me usually, but then we would get to go together on like 100 off the block, or like, she's usually with me on 2 a.m. day. So Friday morning, she'll be in 2 a.m. group, and so we'll get to race those together. And we did like a sprint set. It's my favorite set we do, and yeah, we'll be close. It's fun. It's like really fun, and it's like inspiring to get to like push her. Or sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm with her. Like, this is awesome. And then she'll like tell me like, oh my gosh, that was so, like, the next day she's like, oh, that was so fun. We got to do that. I'm like, let's do it again. I want to keep learning. I want to keep going with you. So it's always just like so awesome. Even on recovery days, you know, she doesn't always need to recover. She'll just keep going. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm in the back of the lane, like chilling with my snorkel on or whatever. So she's the best. She's the best.
Man, I can't. I've come to UF to film a few times now, But the first time I came there when Katie was there, her and Bobby, like I guess the whole distance crew were doing, like they did 15 100s on like kind of various intervals, and this was yards, and then they did 15 100s best average, and like the intervals kept changing, but it was like you're just supposed to go as fast as you, because it would be like 115, 110, 105 a minute, 110, 110, 105. It was some crazy nesty pattern like that. But like Bobby just kept going like 51s, 52s, and Katie was going like 52s, 53s. And so they were just like this the whole time. Like Katie was right on Bobby's hip for 15 100s. And every time they pushed off, my heart was like 180. I'm just like, is this going to be the one where she gets Bobby? Or, it was just like so intense. And it like the racing was so good. And they were both just coming off of gold medals from Tokyo. It was just like, this is insane. What? And also, I think one of the coaches had made me coffee that morning, so I was just already so jacked up. Yeah, it's like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's really cool. I love that they have each other to push each other with that. I think it's a really awesome partnership that they have.
Also, you talked about her being humble. I feel like it's so fun doing interviews with Katie whenever she feels like she can drop little nuggets of like what she went in practice. Because sometimes she'll be like, I went fast, or like practice is good. But sometimes, she gets a little, she'll say times. And for example, at nationals or at World Trials in June, she was like, yeah, I pushed a 15:49 in a practice.
Right? On like an Overdistance Friday. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm like, girl, you can she's so good. Like, she's so good.
Yeah, like I pushed a time in practice that nobody else in the world can do. It's crazy. We're ending on the mixed free relay, and again, this is just a kind of a situation where it's like
well, so Australia's out, right? What happened?
Australia's out.
Because I actually was like, oh, I thought they might.
One of their guys split their second leg split 49-0. They had their third leg was 54-2. I want to say maybe they could have used an Izzy Ivey, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
But yeah, so but it was also very 6th through 12th in prelims was 0.4 difference.
Okay.
So there were a bunch of teams that were just right there. And it just fell not in Australia's favor. China is also out, which is really surprising because, I think they could put together a really strong final swim in this as well. But I just I hope the US wins this. I hope they get a gold. They looked really good. This just isn't going to compare to the women's 800 free.
It's a relay at a world championships.
Who's the other male? It's Jack and.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I haven't even pulled up lineups.
It's Gretchen, Tori, Jack, and then I just don't know
who else. Jack, Patrick Salmon, Kate Douglas, Tori Husk. Yeah, which
Kate's doing great.
Kate's doing great.
Yeah.
And so this morning even they did not mess around with this relay. It was I know Simone was on it and split a 52. Kate anchored but went a 53, but they were also 3 seconds ahead of second place. So I'm guessing they were just like, win the heat, make sure you're fast, but you don't have to kill yourself. But Chris Giuliano was 47.6 on the leadoff, and then Johnny Kula was 47.6 on the second leg this morning, and then Simone split 52. Jesus,
I know that the mixed medley, any mixed relay, you're sort of like, I don't know, Coleman. But here's the thing.
I think they're fun. I don't think it should have been added to the Olympics.
Okay, well, I got it. But as we stand right now in this moment in this meet, Team USA wants to
Yeah,
pick up some medals on relay.
You're right.
This is a medal opportunity for a relay, and that's really what's going on here.
And I like mixed relays. I'm just on the come down from that 800 freestyle. I wish that would have been the last event.
All right, you're hosting the stream. Snap back.
Snap out of it.
I know I showed up.
Sorry, I need to wake up. Yeah. We're on the blocks. I think Jack's gonna have a really good swim after that 50 free. I hope he does. I've got lineups here. So for France is leading off with Maxime Grousset. Netherlands leading off with Sean Newald. I don't know who that is. But this looks like all Jack Alexey.
Great.
Holy moly. 22-4 out.
83 under world record pace.
Well, under the relay world record pace. I know
the relay. Excuse me, I'll qualify it. The relay world record pace.
Yeah, who is that in lane 6? Neutral athletes be Igor Kornev. So that's the Russian athletes are in lane 6.
So you're going to go 46?
But
what do you go?
46.91.
46.91. Oh, that's consistent.
Yeah,
that's some consistency, buddy. That's what we want to see.
Speed. Yeah. So Jack, it seems like Jack is really coming into his own. And wow, now Patrick Salmon is just leaving everyone in the dust. They're 2 seconds under world record pace at the 150.
Oh, he looks great. There's a lot to, relay. You won't in the World Championships, the Olympic Games. You got to get out in front of everybody. It's just so wavy.
No, well, and hey, here I'll say this. This is Australia's world record, so I think the U.S. wants it even a little bit more because Australia didn't even make the final here, and I think the U.S. wants to go into the last days saying, "Hey, we're here. You might have gotten the other or, 3 of the other free relays, but we're here." So Kate Douglas is in the water. The world record line is not even close to her little toesies. She is 1.8 under, and she looks sensational. The neutral athletes B, that is the Russian athletes, are out in second, and France looks pretty good there for third, although Canada, is that Canada that's closing on them? No, it's Italy. I'm sorry. Italy. Tori Husk is anchoring for us. We're a second ahead of the world record line at this point. And it's been very odd this week because Tori's butterfly seems to have been off, but her freestyle is very much on. And then Gretchen, it's kind of the opposite, where her freestyle is maybe a little bit off. We haven't seen her swim 100 free yet, but her butterfly is certainly on. But Tori Husk, bronze medal in the 100 freestyle. You see the USA coaching staff cheering them on there. And she's running away with this. Ooh, that world record line is creeping a little.
No, she's got it. She's going to make it. It's a it's a world record and a gold medal.
It's a world record.
All right.
3:18:48.
That was a badly needed gold for the dominant swimming nation on earth that's been struggling.
Tori looks gassed, but she's excited. But no, that was a great swim for Team USA. Great swim for everyone else. Everyone's stoked.
Yeah.
It's been a great Worlds for Jack. Jack Alexey. It's like he's
feeling awesome. Like,
yeah. Wow, 46. Oh my God. 46.9 for Jack, 46.7 for Patrick Salmon, the rookie. 52.4 for Kate Douglas, 52.4 for Tori Husk. 46.7 for Patrick Salmon?
Yeah, no.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's tight. We like that.
I'm gonna be honest, most of the other splits weren't that impressive. So that's what you want to see, I think. But wow, what a day of swimming. US gets its first relay gold. And now we're parading with the American.
Mention this. Josh was 47.6 for Canada.
Josh Liendo, fellow Gator, 47.6.
You got to shout out your Gator. Okay, good. Fine.
That's good. It's good. Wow. Well, I'm excited that 800 final delivered. I'm still on that high. That was a great race. Good way. 2 gold medals to end it for Team USA today. And Gretchen was also got there for a third. So 3 gold medals for Team USA today.
This puts we topped the medal table yesterday. Was the day before, and now this puts yesterday out in distance. Yeah. So it's this is a really shaky start. Did you talk at all about the news that dropped yesterday, or Rowdy Gaines news that was a follow-up this morning when I was sleeping and showed up late for the stream?
No, I don't know what news you're talking about.
No, the Phelps Lochte, the Phelps Lochte post on Instagram. And here's we reported on the post. Everyone thought that, a lot of commenters were like, he's calling out the athletes. I'm like, no, he's not. If you're a veteran national team member, anybody who's on the national team knows he's calling out leadership for taking over a year. And by leadership, the board of directors for not being more focused and mindful and moving faster with a vision for the quad and finding a leader. We've been 338 days without a chief executive at USA Swimming. We've been leaderless. Then Rowdy Gaines follows up today with an interview at AP, and so we just, and then Braden came in and reported on that, and Rowdy focuses it. He's like, yeah, look, we're not calling out Team USA. We're not calling out Greg Meehan. We're calling out USA Swimming leadership. And his description was, look, we're rudderless. We're rudderless. We need a leader. They should have moved faster. There's a lot of people who are angry about it, but he doesn't think that he left it on a positive note, saying, look, we can right the ship, but it's not acceptable that we're in this place right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the takeaway since yesterday. So we had some folks who didn't fully understand what Michael was doing, what Ryan was talking about, Ryan Lochte.
I didn't really at first. I saw them and they were being sent to me, and I was like, oh no. It's hope I'm glad to hear that it wasn't at the athletes, because I was like, oh, this is so they're out of me. Obviously they're going through some stuff, and I'm glad that was clarified, because at first I was like, who's this directed at? I was like, this is
the context matters, and I will say this: yes, I can't say what I know. All I can say is that behind the scenes, for 3 months, there have been an enormous amount of every iconic person who's won medals going back to the 1980s has been in group texts and conversations about, hey, this is a problem and it's going on too long. And Phelps is very prominent in that conversation. And so that conversation has been happening, and it has nothing to do with the athletes. That has everything to do with leadership. And these are adults in the room. These are people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s saying, hey,
But it also didn't help that their message came right after the USA men got 4th in the 4x2.
I don't have an issue with that. And the reason why, when you look back on it, it is, I really don't have a problem. I have a problem when we're always smiling and saying everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's shiny happy, and we're great, and this is all great, and we're just going to do the best we can. And that's not true. That's not the legacy of a Michael Phelps, and that's not the legacy of a Ryan Lochte. And their opinion is, when we lose, they're angry. They're really angry. And I wish that we had more honesty when people would show some emotion.
Fair enough. I want to shout out.
Jack looks like a giant.
He's so big. I want to just take a quick second to shout out U.S. dominance at the World University Games, which Izzy Ivey was a huge part of, because let me pull up this medal table. You guys won 50 medals, 27 gold, 12 silver, 11 bronze. The next closest team was Japan at 15 medals, 3 golds, 5 silver, 7 bronze. 27 golds to 3 golds is the split there. I'm just curious, Izzy, what was it like? This was your first senior international meet, being a part of that Team USA culture, which is obviously has a big legacy and is very prominent. And you guys were the dominant force at that meet.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome, and I was one of 6 captains, which was a huge honor. And I felt like the leadership we had on the administration side of Yuri like walked in and we had a meeting. We had a lot of Zoom meetings leading up to the meet about obviously like logistical things, but also like our team goals. And I think we did a really great job of accomplishing that. I think obviously the main goal was to win the medal count, which I think we were dominant in that, like you said. And so it was really cool. I mean, it was very different. I mean, before this meet for me, the only semi I had ever done was a year before at Olympic trials of doing the semis and finals. And I think a lot of people got a lot of really great experience from this meet. And I think I just remember saying, like, whether this is like your first senior trip or, you know, your third or fourth, whatever it is, like, I was like, when you wear that flag cap with your name alongside it, it just means a lot more. And so I think that was almost like our whole motto almost, was that it just means more when you get to wear the cap. And so I think we just did an amazing job. Everyone handled themselves like and carried themselves with so much pride. And it was awesome seeing like the celebrations, or like for me, like being on mixed relays for the first time, like that was so fun, getting to know like Matt Keene and David from UVA. Like it was just like a really cool experience to meet people. And I think also like people incoming, like going into their freshman year of college, like they got to be with people who they're going to college with. So I think it was a really awesome way to like kind of build those relationships and also like look forward to the future of USA Swimming. With, I mean, my favorite race was Tess Halley's 2 fly in the semi. I was like
2:05.1.
Yeah, like, you know, it's meets like that people will gain a lot of confidence and experience from. And I think like she's someone who I'm like, okay, like watch her for the next 3 years or whatever, right? Like that was an amazing swim. So it's always exciting to see how people do in different situations like that and how they like what they learn almost. So yeah, it was really awesome.
That's great to hear. I was just, that was staggering how much the U.S. dominated the World University Games. I think, and now we are dominating the World Championships, certainly in total medal count, but also we're at the top in total and gold medal count. So NBC doesn't have to make a fake graphic to make it look better. So we're on top. That's day 7. That's a wrap from us. Mel, you got anything else?
I think that as a governing body, we should be supporting the World University Games more and at a higher level and lean into it. And it's in a huge oversight when you don't do that, because if you don't invest in people going to events like that, having success like Izzy had, it doesn't translate later when people are stepping up to the Olympic Games. And so, Lizzie, congratulations. It was pretty astounding, pretty exciting for us to report on. And we love you being here. Thanks for sharing.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thanks for thinking of me to join this. It was so fun. And I'm glad I got to hop on. I was like, oh, I'm going to be watching anyways. I might as well just do it with you guys. So thanks for having me.
Heck yeah. Absolutely. Well, that's it from us. We are ending this live stream. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone watching out there, for the last day of World Championships, day